A Wimbledon champion. This time, thanks guys for tuning in. I will wait a few minutes before I add him. He is a Wimbledon champion. I hope you guys have had a great week. I'm with somebody who I really admire, somebody who's made, the real aim of this show is to get people on who've made it like in different areas of life. But today I'm back to my roots. Today I'm back to a part where it's tennis, and I'm back to a part where it's something that, this guy has helped me a lot throughout, and he's honestly one of the best doubles players I've seen for a long, long time. He's tremendous at singles. And he's one of the best guys I know out there. So welcome and enjoy. This is a tennis session. It's 30 minutes, 30 questions. Welcome everyone. I hope you have a great show. Max Purcell, Aussie legend. He'll be with you shortly. Welcome guys. You guys have to tune in. You guys have to comment, do whatever you want, and enjoy. JP Smith, thank you for tuning in.
I'm in.
Skupski.
Here he is, the Raja.
Is this the real Max Purcell? Welcome
I can wear sunnies too, mate. I can wear sunnies as well.
Welcome, mate. Welcome. It's been a pleasure. Firstly, congratulations for Houston. I haven't seen you for a while. You've really made it look easy. Back to back to back.
Yeah.
Thank you. I still have better hands though, so it's fine.
Not as good serve. Not as good serve though.
I think not as good a serve, but the returns, you keep saying you have better returns, but I think it's a little iffy, and the hands are not comparable yet.
Nah. You don't have my forehand return though. It's too there.
Well, your forehand
return's world class though.
Yeah. You're gonna not give me anything on the forehand, or you're gonna give me a little bit?
No, I'll give you a little bit. With pace, it's good.
Okay. Off pace, the slow kicker. I never know where it's going. Yeah, good to see you, mate. How's everything?
You too.
Are you still
everything's been good.
Yeah.
I'm still in Houston. Yeah, we leave this afternoon.
How it works here is basically pretty simple. It's 30 minutes, 30 questions. Try and be as candid as you can, and if you don't feel like answering, which you won't, I'm pretty confident you'll be fine. The pressure's on. The pressure's on though. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Hit me with the 30.
All your Aussie fans are watching this, so
I can see Reedy's watching it.
Welcome to Chai with Raja, and welcome to India, mate.
Thank you.
Yeah, Max. Here we go. Your first question: in your opinion, who's a better batsman, David Warner or Virat Kohli?
Oh shit! What format? You got to give me more.
I'm going to give you a one-day T20 format. It's a 50 over. Warner's a better batsman than Virat Kohli.
Obviously. I can't go against my country, mate. You give us ideal conditions, Warner's chopping him. Kohli's been average for a while, mate.
Oh my God! Everyone in India is loving this, by the way. Everyone's loving
I
this.
bet.
This is the content.
The controversy.
So David Warner is a better batsman than Virat Kohli. I will have to move on, but that's a great answer. Is that anything personal? Like, do you? Is there a reason you said that?
I don't want to piss Davey off.
Okay. On a scale of 1 to 10, how good a job does the ATP do for its players? On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 is a very good job, and 1 is
2 to 3. They do fuck all well, mate. Yeah, especially if you're trying to play singles and doubles, they're just that. Pick one.
Oh my God, this is the content I need. Okay, Max, how much money is enough?
I don't know about how much money. I guess it's just
you name a number where you're saying that's enough for me, mate.
You give me her Burr's career. I'm signing off on it. That's enough. That's like 9 to 10.
9 to 10.
I'm happy.
9 to 10 million.
Yeah, done.
9 to 10 million.
Like happy as
Herbert
Larry. Yeah.
You're signing off on it.
Yeah, I'm done.
Fair enough, though. He doesn't have your $1 million contracts, though.
I don't have $1 million contracts.
And your
hasn't reached that yet. He doesn't have my locks.
Max, if an IPL franchise gave you a bumper, we're in the IPL phase now in India. So if an IPL franchise gave you a bumper contract for 2025, would you skip the clay court season to play cricket?
Obviously. I reckon I could match it with some of them.
What do you mean match up?
I could match it with some of them. I reckon I'm a decent cricket player, mate.
Well, what do you mean? Like you're a better cricket? Is this a serious discussion or what?
Serious discussion. Serious discussion.
Serious discussion. You're as good a cricket player as some of the IPL guys.
Yep.
You can name a few if you want.
No, I'm not
we have time.
going to name any. I feel like if you threw me in there and if you had a bunch of people who didn't really know cricket and you threw me in there and they're watching a game, I don't think you'd notice the difference.
Yeah, of course, because you'd be fielding in the deep. Nobody would.
No, I'd be bowling.
Okay.
All eyes would be on me.
So you're a bowler,
I'm a
and you
bowler.
think you're a better bowler than some of the people in the IPL today.
I don't think say better, but I don't think you'd notice much of a difference. Man, I'm so out of practice, but I think it'd be all right.
Okay, you've played a lot of cricket, have you?
Yep.
Fair enough. If you had to invest in one junk food chain and shut one down, which one would you invest in, and which one would you shut down?
I invest in Chipotle, and I would shut down. What would I shut down? Probably shut down Hungry Jack's or Big Burger King. Fucking sucks.
You'd invest in Chipotle, would you?
Yeah, I love my Mexican food.
Hasn't it gone down though over the years? People keep saying it's gone down.
Yeah, I always get it though, so that's all that matters.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, all of India has to try a coffee from one place that you really like in the world, and have to try chips and salsa from one place that you really like in the world. You and your girlfriend. Which ones would you choose?
So Dougie's in Sydney.
Dougie's in Sydney for coffee.
Yeah, and then chips and salsa. Fuck. Bar Patron has some nice chips and salsa with some margaritas as well. So hit up
Where?
that. That's also in Sydney.
Oh, so both. That's just like it's a bit biased because all you're talking about is Australia. Like nowhere else has good food, or what's the deal? Coffee, I can give it to you guys, but food, like chips and salsa.
I mean, I don't venture out of the hotel places in Mexico.
Yeah.
I'm too tight. I feel like I'm going to get killed or kidnapped. Yeah. No, yeah, they're my two answers. I'm locking it in.
Fair enough. In your experience, Max, so far in your experience, I'll cut it down. So far in your experience, what percentage of WTA players get into a relationship or have been in a relationship with their coaches?
I feel like I've heard this a fair bit. What percentage? Nah, 10%, which is still a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
Or someone in their team.
Yeah, 10 to 15%, which is disgusting still. It's fine though. I'm not going to judge.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I always thought that you thought the number was higher. What would you do one morning if you woke up as Nick Kyrgios?
Yeah. What would I do?
What would you one morning if you woke up as Nick Kyrgios?
Probably message Rusty and say I'm fine to play Davis Cup with the boys. Tell him Max is the man.
Does he think Max is the man?
No, I don't think he does.
Does he not like Max? Or?
Don't even think he knows who Max is.
He played Max in the final.
Yeah, I don't think he still remembers.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Would you rather speak all languages or able to speak to all animals?
All languages.
All languages. You don't really care about speaking to animals.
No, I don't need it.
Fair enough. Okay. One tournament you wouldn't mind not visiting again.
I feel like there's a few.
No, just go with one. One tournament you don't want to visit again. You're happy not going there.
Sofia.
Sofia, Bulgaria, 250.
Yeah,
You're happy not going there.
absolutely.
What you're now, and I say this, I feel I don't want to, boost your ego, but I have to, and I tell you that, you are probably the new Jack Sock of men's doubles. And by that I mean that you are the best, even on the rankings and your aura and the way that people describe you, you are the best singles player that plays doubles in the world today. And I say that with immense respect. Is the quality much lower in doubles, or are you just that much better?
No, the quality's good. I just still feel like I got everyone's number.
But you don't have that in singles? You've been 32 in the world. You've beaten.
I've been 40 in the world singles. No, I feel like I think it's easier on half a court. Like I can ask my partner like what he thinks for a few things. I feel like the plans are way more simple in doubles. I feel like more simple, but I've also got more options, right? The court's bigger.
Yeah.
There's more shit to.
Yeah.
I feel like I handle like those kind of pressure, those pressure situations,
which the doubles players can't do.
Well, yeah, I just feel like when we go out there, like especially Jordan and I, as two singles players playing doubles, and we look at playing against two doubles guys, and I kind of look at it like, who needs this more?
They do.
And Jordan and I don't need it exactly. So then I go, okay, like whenever we get to a big situation, like we kind of stay like that, or we lift, whereas the other guys most of the time drop their level in those big. And then that's what I feed off. Yeah.
Are you talking about this week as well?
Yeah, a little bit.
Can you name me a top 10 player in singles with the cleanest heart?
With the cleanest cut?
With the cleanest heart.
Top 10 player.
With a clean heart.
I mean, current top 10 or is it like,
No, just whatever you like. Just a
oh,
top
I'll
10 player with a
go
clean.
Demon. Demon's great.
Okay, and a current top 10.
He's 11, I think. Current top 10. Cleanest heart. Probably Yannick.
Yannick Sinner's got a clean heart.
Yeah.
You don't have his number yet though, right? 3 and
I don't have his number. I mean, I'd love to play against him in doubles. We were close last year in Davis Cup.
Yeah. And
I
singles,
love that. No, singles, I've only ever gotten a set off him.
and he just you
Oh,
feel like you
it'd
got
be
him.
game over.
No,
No, there's no chance. He'd feel like he's got me all day. Darren would just give him the book on me. Not that he needs it.
fair enough. Who's the most prominent celebrity on your phone contact list?
I guess if you go popularity, probably Davey.
David Warner. You
Yeah.
tight with him? Or?
No, not tight, but I've spoken to him a bit.
Okay, fair enough. And you speak to him on like online. You speak to a lot of cricketers.
I do love my cricket. I try to. I would love to be able to get an in with like the Aussie team throughout the summer, like somewhere like to meet all of them properly.
Oh, nice.
Tennis
And
Tennis Australia don't do a great job of like mingling
yeah,
all the sports.
could you keep up though? You said you could keep up with some of the IPL guys.
I'd love to bowl to them in the nets, like seriously. But I'd want some practice first.
They're not that good, but you admire them.
No, they are that good. I just would love to bowl to them. It's like it's different. Like you can see some amateur tennis players still serve to professionals. That doesn't mean shit. They can't play the point out. Like I don't think mentally I'd know how to like put a game plan against someone batting, but I feel like I can put some balls in some good spots, move it around a bit.
Right? Who would you choose to play with at Wimbledon this year? Bupati, Pays, or Bopana?
Pays.
Wow, you've seen him do some magic.
Well, I've seen him do some magic, and I was supposed to play with him once, and he got injured on me. But I've always just like in his prime, I just think it'd be cool to play with, Like I think like listening to like the shit he would be saying to the other like about the other pairs, like because he fucking loves it, and he's like he thinks he's the GOAT. So I just think like listening to the shit he'd say, like the book he'd have, would be fucked.
Is that just on knowledge, or is that on game style? Like that you just
Both.
Like oh,
I think like he'd be interesting to play with.
Just for
like in his game style sense. Like I feel like it'd be fun to watch him just toy with people.
Yeah, fair enough. A lot of, I mean, I think that Leander obviously maximized his game with the limited ability, with very little from the back, ground strokes. Just what he did for the sport was pretty crazy. And Bopana and Bupati, Bopana amazing serve, and we know Mahesh is what he's done. A lot of your single success, Max, obviously came in India. We were together actually when it happened, and a lot of your success was that that swing of challenges where you refused to lose. So obviously India holds a pretty close place to your heart. But if there was one thing you could change about India, what would that be?
I'm gonna go specific here, and I'm gonna say because you guys have some quality hotels there. The tournaments need to put us up in some better fucking hotels, mate.
I mean like all of India though. I mean like India as a whole, not just like tennis India.
Just clean up the streets a little. The traffic's fucked.
Is the traffic really that bad though?
It's pretty bad, man.
Yeah.
It's pretty bad. And just because it's so chaotic.
Yeah, fair enough.
I think like I've been half dead every time. I feel like a bus has gone over like the cars so many times. I'm like, I'm getting like the tingles when I'm in cars to the courts. I think I'm like if I'm going to make it on site or not.
I mean, you definitely have a point, but I think people over-exaggerate this traffic.
Yeah, but it's the sound as well. Like you guys, the beeping in as well. Like it's just, nah.
It's not for you.
It's not for me. The tennis is for me there, but like the tennis and just put me in a nice hotel, and otherwise that's all I care about.
Whom do you admire more, Bill Gates or Elon Musk?
Elon Musk.
Because he does cooler things, I guess.
Yeah, looks like was just more switched on.
Fair enough. And you want to be someone like that? Like you'd want to be a businessman later on in your life, or would you stick to tennis?
It depends if I hit that magic number of 10 million, mate. If I do that, I'm doing absolutely nothing after.
Fair enough. I would too. According to you, the best tennis coach in the world currently is?
Probably Cahill.
Yeah, there's mixed reviews about him. What's the deal? Like, I've never spoken to him. You think Darren Cahill's the best coach in the world?
Yeah, from some of the stuff that I've heard him say, like, well, one, he's super invested, which is quite hard to get like an ex kind of top player to be super invested in players. And then, I don't know, I mean, I know Yannick was always a quality player, but I think like for him to take someone from, arguably one of the better players in the top 10 to like basically to one, such a young and short kind of span, pretty impressive, and he's kind of like
Yannick
working on all
Sinner,
of his game.
Yannick Sinner would not have been number one without him.
I don't think so. I think
So
Darren's given him some fucking gems, mate. I think he does some great work with him.
yeah, I mean, and other coaches like, I don't know, I'm just giving you some options like Brad Gilbert or the other guys who Brad Gilbert did it with Coco Gauff. I'm just naming you names that are recent. You
Yeah,
don't think
I mean,
so?
I think I'm a little biased going for an Australian, but
Any
yeah, I
other
think
Aussies in the mix, or is it Cahill by a long way?
um, I mean, Marinko's done some. I mean, I
Yeah,
don't know about the best in the world, but Marinko's done some great stuff with
with Chris,
Tomo
yeah,
and
yeah,
Chris. So
yeah.
yeah,
So fair enough. Pickleball or paddle, the brighter
paddle.
future? Paddle, surely
Yeah,
not. I mean, it's so expensive. It's ridiculously
pickles
expensive to
sucks.
set up a. What do you mean? Pickleball is like everybody's picking it up. It's like easy to play. There's no walls involved. Less
Correct.
fitness. I
I
mean,
love hitting. I love like the sound of like hitting a ball into someone and like hearing the skin, the contact.
yeah.
And if you hit someone with a pickleball, it does nothing. It's like a ping pong ball. At least in paddle and in tennis, when you hit someone, it hurts.
How many times are you hitting people during a match?
Not
It doesn't
many.
happen that often.
It doesn't. Not many, but it's really satisfying when it does.
Okay. So you're gonna go and say paddle because the sound is really nice.
Yeah, and like if you need more feel, this is pickles for losers.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. The next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you a voice. I'm gonna give you a voice, and you're gonna guess the voice of
Okay.
this player. Oh, I mean, it could be a player. It is a player. I'll give you that. But it could be, someone someone who you probably know. Whenever we're ready, the voice will come. Sorry.
That was tough as well when you're a young kid coming up and you've got
Andy.
idols of yours who you've watched on the TV and
Andy.
yeah, they're being pretty horrible to you. That's not easy. So
How good is this guy?
Yeah.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good from you, man.
Yeah, that
That's
was
really good.
easy. That was easy, mate.
For you all, that was Andy Murray. That's Andy Murray. You got that so easily. I thought like all this disturbance and the noise, you wouldn't get that.
No, easy.
Yeah, fine. Is a human life more valuable than a dog's life?
Um, I think it depends.
Yeah. Just you're more straightforward than that. The human
Like,
life.
yeah. Sure, yeah, human life's more important.
At least I'm getting the answers. I mean, that wasn't an easy
Yeah.
question.
No,
That's a
it
pretty hard
wasn't.
question. I asked
Yeah.
I asked that question to only my real, really
Yeah.
close people.
Yeah.
So you love investing in property. You recently live
Yeah.
in Georgia,
Yeah.
Tbilisi, Georgia. Can you educate all our viewers on which city we should invest in for our next property?
Tbilisi.
Tbilisi, Georgia.
Yep.
Why? Why would
That's
we invest in
booming,
Tbilisi?
mate.
We don't know
It's
anything
booming.
about Georgia. Why would we
Mate,
invest like
it's the oldest wine country in the world.
wine country? We barely we don't get much there are people here who don't get much wine.
Yeah, I hated wine before I went there.
And you think Tbilisi, Georgia, but we need money back. I don't need wine.
Tax free, mate.
Is that why you invest there?
It's part of the reason. I do love the place.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
But
mean, it's cheap enough as well, where you get like you can live like a king when you're there as well, and
fair.
yeah,
Yeah. So
it's
you think
middle of Asia and Europe. It's a good spot, man. I'm about to go there, so
you think all of India should buy a property in Tbilisi, Georgia, if it's not in India?
yeah. Well, they could wait a bit and then buy them off me if they wanted to.
How many apartments are you getting here? There's
I've got
1.6
9.
billion. There's 9 people who you sell to.
Yeah, that's fine,
Fine.
but
I
just
mean, if
yeah,
anybody's out there and they want property in Tbilisi, Georgia, Max Purcell has 9 apartments for you. And you
yeah.
can buy one each or you can buy all. Is that a discounted rate? Because Indians work
No,
on discount.
no, they don't. It'll be an upcharge.
No, what do you why? We need a discount. Otherwise, we don't buy from there. It'll be
Well,
great
how about
to
you
have.
guys could like timeshare or something?
Are women complicated?
No, my girlfriend's not at all.
But in general,
Yeah, a lot of them are.
no.
Yep. No, yeah, no, a lot of them are
In
very complicated.
in your experience,
Yep,
which you've had quite a lot of.
yep.
I don't even know how to take that anymore. Which one is more harmful in your opinion? Alcohol or tobacco?
Alcohol.
Alcohol is more dangerous. I mean, more harmful than tobacco.
Yep.
So you don't drink much. You don't
I don't
really enjoy it.
drink much. I don't drink much, but like my mum smokes a fuck ton, and she's still healthy as so.
Keep going, mum.
Yeah, you show 'em.
In your knowledge, Max, who would win a locker room popularity contest between Federer, Rafa, Novak, and Andy? If there was a locker room popularity contest on who's the most liked in the locker room, who would win that battle between the big four? And you can tell me the order as well. You can tell me the order.
Between the other player, probably Roger, Andy, Novak, Rafa.
So you think Rafa is the least liked?
Yeah.
Is that, yeah. I mean, you would know more recently. I would think that Novak would have been the least liked by.
Novak's more personable. I feel like Rafa's the quietest out of all of them.
Yeah, and then you think Fed is the most liked?
Fed's the most
for the game style?
liked, and then that's just I think just more of his aura, and then Andy just because Andy's probably the most funny.
Andy's probably the
he's got
you talk to
the
any
best
of them,
sense of humor.
You talk to them any of them more than the others?
I only speak to Andy.
One thing you would have done differently, Max. I mean, quickly. One thing you could have done differently in your career if you were to restart your tennis career now.
I should have taken myself more seriously when I was younger. Just thought it would all happen, as every young tennis player does.
It almost did happen. You got to top 40 in the world. You got to number one. I mean, you won a Grand Slam. You made 2 more finals. You'd probably be definitely in the top 10 in the world in doubles if you. I mean, how good can it go?
Yeah, no, I just feel like I wasted a lot of. Well, not wasted, but like I just wasn't mature enough when I first started in singles when I was kind of 18, 19, 20. It just kind of like didn't want to change anything and just thought like I'd get there. But then when I finally kind of played those 3 years of doubles and was kind of sick of just playing mostly doubles.
Yeah.
And then I made that conscious decision to be selfish with my singles.
Wow.
And then that's when I started well in India. And then from then,
been smooth sailing, reaching your 10 million number.
Exactly.
10 million goal.
Yeah.
If Kim Kardashian asks you for a tennis lesson, how much do you charge?
Probably the rest of how much I'm left for that 10 million. She could pay for it. Just fucking 2 Instagram posts and she's there.
Just give me a number.
5 million.
What do you think? 5 million for a tennis lesson with Max Purcell.
Yeah.
Are you already have 5 million? That's why you're saying that, or what?
No, but that gets me close.
Oh well, fair. Just summarize in a couple of sentences, what has been your greatest challenge in life so far on an emotional note, like from where you've come from, where you are today? I mean, the whole country's proud of you, what you've done, taken it further. I get goosebumps thinking of it. Do you often feel the same?
About how far I've come, what?
Like from where you started your tennis?
Yeah, no, for sure.
I
think that, like, I mean, obviously winning Wimbledon with Matt was great. I still feel like just being part of the Davis Cup team and then how well we've done the last 2 years has had a better feeling to it than Wimbledon.
Yeah.
So I like a team environment much more.
Yeah, you were like this kid growing up in Australia and you've become a Wimbledon champion.
Yeah. Yeah, but I always wanted to play a Davis Cup more than I wanted to be a Grand Slam champion.
Oh, wow. Okay. So that's your biggest life achievement, was to play for Australia?
Yeah.
Now that you have had your fair share of fame and money, what do you play tennis for more, money or fame?
Still a combination of those, but I'm more just, like I said, I like the team part. As long as I can keep playing well and keep myself in the Davis Cup team is kind of what I like. I kind of like base my year around trying to prime myself for that as long as I can get in the team. Like it's the one thing I look forward to at the end of the year every time.
But would you rather play, what do you go to every tournament based on, money or fame? If you could have
money.
more of okay. So you don't really, I mean, the fame comes along with winning, of course, but you don't really.
You can't fucking pay bills with fame, mate. If you want to pay your coach, you can't just subtract a portion of fame for him. You got to pay some fucking money. I can't just walk into Tbilisi and buy another apartment with fame. I need money.
Okay, describe your ideal night out with the boys or with all of us in one sentence. What would it be?
Well, loose.
just 1 or 2 more lines on that.
My friend said, and I like what he said. He's like, I want it to be a night we will never forget but won't remember.
Right. Last question, Max. What happens to you? What inspired you in this show? What is the best question on the show? And when can we see you next on a bigger version of Chai with Raja?
What inspired me to join, or what's inspired me during?
What question did you like the most? And when can we see you next?
I think I liked the why I do well in doubles question, and mate, I'll be on whenever you need me. This is great.
Thanks, Max. You're the man. Thank you so much for joining in, and it's really an honor to know you, and you're more a good friend and a great tennis player. Thank you so much for being being a good friend. Cheers, Max. See you soon.
Cheers.
Thank you
Thanks,
guys for
guys.
tuning in.
See you
Thank
guys.
See you. Thank you all for tuning in. This is Try with Raja. That was the next episode, and see you next time. Thank you guys. It's been a pleasure. Good night.